Acquiring the necessary knowledge could be the difference between a full recovery and no recovery at all in a variety of health problems, including strokes. I'm going to show you some really essential information today about what to do if you have a stroke. From what vitamin to consume, to which nutrient is the best to recover from a stroke if you get one. First though, I kindly ask you to like the video and subscribe to this channel. It is very important for us. Thank you very much. When you have an excessive amount of strokes, you eventually end up with severe strokes. The symptoms of the mini-strokes are not permanent. They disappear after a short period of time, which can range from 15 minutes to 24 hours. On the other hand, you can suffer a catastrophic stroke, which can cause irreversible damage to one side of your body. If you had a small stroke, the likelihood of you having a severe stroke within the next year is rather significant. In fact, it is around 1 in 5 that you will have a severe stroke. Consequently, this is a significant indication that you want to make some changes as soon as possible. Also, if you have ever experienced a small stroke, you are going to find this video to be of great significance. It is now possible to spot many signs that you are having a stroke in a fairly straightforward manner. The abbreviation for this method is BFAST, that indicates balance, eyes, face, arm, speech, time. BFAST is an acronym used to help identify the signs of a stroke quickly, which can improve the chances of effective treatment. Each letter in BFAST stands for a specific symptom to look for. Balance, sudden loss of balance or coordination. This can appear as dizziness, unsteadiness, or difficulty walking. Eyes, sudden changes in vision. This could be double or blurry vision, or it could even be a sudden loss of vision in one or both eyes. Face, facial drooping. One side of the face may droop or feel numb. Ask the person to smile and check if the smile is uneven or lopsided. Arm weakness. One arm may feel weak or numb. Ask the person to raise both arms and see if one arm drifts downward. Speech difficulties. The person may have slurred speech, trouble speaking, or difficulty understanding what is being said. Ask them to repeat a simple sentence to check for clarity. Time to call emergency services. If any of these symptoms are present, it's crucial to call emergency services immediately. Prompt medical attention is essential for the best possible outcome. There is a certain medication that can be taken to you if you catch it within 4 hours in order to assist in dissolving the clot. This medicine is given to you since you want to contact an ambulance as quickly as possible. The question is, what exactly is this nutrient that is so vital? This is a form of vitamin E. But pay attention, it is not the identical vitamin E that you might be familiar with, such as tocopherol. Tocotrienol is a distinct variety of vitamin E that is being discussed here. Every variety of vitamin E has its own subtype, which means that you might have things like alpha, beta, gamma, and delta, in other words. When it comes to safeguarding the brain degeneration that might develop as a result of a stroke, the alpha-tocotrienol, as well as the other types of vitamin E, are very effective. To prevent the death of brain cells that are caused by glutamate, all that is required is a very little dosage. Imagine, for instance, that you begin to notice that you are having difficulties with your speech or your arm, or that you are experiencing a stroke. In such a scenario, you would want to take this tocotrienol as soon as possible in order to prevent more harm. However, even if you do not have any tocotrienol on hand, you still go out and get some so that you can utilize it in your rehabilitation for a stroke. You would take around 4 times that amount, and you spread it out throughout the day. In addition, you would not take it with tocopherol. Rather, you would only take tocotreno in a mixture that contains all of the different types of tocopherol, including alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. Mainly due to the fact that it appears that tocopherol and tocotrienol have a tendency to compete with one another, and we do not want anything to water down the effect. Therefore, tocotrienol can be utilized to help avoid strokes, to assist in preventing damage during strokes, and to aid in the recovery period following a stroke once it has occurred. Tocotrienols also help with a number of illnesses because of their extremely special properties that shield a neuron's cell membrane, such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and dystonia, which is characterized by involuntary movement or a twisting motion. Additionally, it is highly helpful for ataxia, a condition in which there is a lack of coordination. This is due to injury to the cerebellum, a region of the brain in the back of the head. In addition to that, it is beneficial for a different ailment known as dysautonomia. To put it simply, this is a malfunction of your autonomic nervous system, specifically the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Taking vitamin E is the best course of action to follow in the event that either of these two systems is operating at an excessively high level or is not functioning well. In this particular instance, it does not matter how much physical activity you engage in, you simply cannot sweat. You basically sweat all the time and you have no control over it, which is another state that is the reverse of what you want. There is also a condition that is referred to as POTS, or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's a condition that affects blood flow and causes the heart rate to increase significantly when a person stands up from a reclining position. If you have such condition, you won't even be able to stand up without immediately passing out. Another thing that tocotrienols are especially excellent for is something that has nothing to do with the brain, but everything to do with the heart. Therefore, you can consider tocotrienols to be a natural alternative to nitroglycerin due to the fact that it is quite effective in increasing the amount of oxygen that is delivered to the heart muscle itself. Now, vitamin E in general is required in order to make it possible for omega-3 fats, particularly DHA, to function properly in the brain. Consequently, one of the main reasons that you could not be getting enough vitamin E is refined carbohydrates. One of the most significant factors contributing to vitamin E deficiency in people is the consumption of an excessive amount of refined carbohydrates. Therefore, refined grains are a significant contributor to the possibility that you are lacking in vitamin E. Alternatively, it is possible that you are simply not eating enough foods that are rich in vitamin E. You can find vitamin E in nuts and seeds, vegetable oils, green leafy vegetables, fortified cereals, fruits, seafood. Moving on, let's discuss about tocotrienols. I'll take a list of the foods that contain it. You have most likely never heard of the term annatto. Annatto is a natural food coloring and flavoring derived from the seeds of the achiote tree. It is native to tropical regions in Central and South America. Next, we have palm oil, which is something that a significant number of people do not consume. Palm oil is an edible vegetable oil derived from the fruit of the oil palm tree, primarily the African oil palm. Additionally, it is found in rice bran oil, which is something that a lot of people do not consume. Rice bran oil is an oil extracted from the outer bran layer of rice grains. However, it is also present in olive oil, although in extremely trace amounts. A stroke is one of the conditions that you do not want to get, and out of all the ailments that you may get, you do not want to get one. 1 aspirin per day is all that you take, right? However, there is some recent information about aspirin that could be harmful, particularly if you have a hemorrhage-type stroke, which is a type of stroke in which a blood vessel bursts. Aspirin can cause more bleeding in your stomach and other parts of your body. You should check with your doctor about this matter. I am not suggesting that you stop taking your aspirin, but I am advising you to consult with your physician and then obtain all of the information regarding whether or not you should continue taking it. However, there are several natural substances that can thin the blood, such as garlic, which is one of them. Being on a ketogenic diet and eliminating sugars from one's diet, which is one of the more fundamental factors that can lead to the formation of a plaque, a clot, or a plaque formation, should be considered. Omega-3 fatty acids and fish oils are essential nutrients. Additionally, cod liver oil is an excellent method for eliminating omega-6 fatty acids, which are present in a variety of restaurant dishes. These acids are also hidden in soil oil, maize oil, canola oil, safflower oil, and sunflower oil, Cod liver oil is an excellent method for eliminating these fatty acids. Because of this, they have the potential to trigger inflammation in the arteries, which could lead to complications with the stroke in the future. Engaging in regular physical activity to maintain blood flow and to really reduce the likelihood of having a stroke. In the event that you ever suffer any symptoms of a stroke, or if you know someone who has had a stroke, you should make sure that they are taking the tocotrienol's version of vitamin E. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so that you may watch more videos that are educational. Bye.